Hello.
Hello, Euro. How are you? It have been long time since I saw you, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So, and how was your exam so far?
we just finished our exams.
Okay. And did you was part of it this IGCSE or how to say your
Oh,
computer science exam?
it was mock. It was mock exams.
Okay. Uh, did you do any exam in computer science?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the result then? Are you comfortable sharing it?
Yeah, I got a B.
Okay, that's including the Python. I mean, Python programming.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Okay. So, did you manage to, I mean, is there any improvement that you saw so far on your programming skill?
I only had I had the exam before your class.
Oh, it's before my class.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So there is no effect so far now. Okay. So I didn't manage to make any difference now so far now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, Euro, of course, I understand that it have been so long since we already do any coding. But at the end, um, do you allow me, please, to request that you still need to open your compiler or whatever you want to write the Python code in it, and so that we do testing. So I will show you an examples, and then we do an exercise. Show an example, and then we do an exercise. I will start as a refreshing because, of course, I can imagine that after the holidays, maybe you need a refresher. Is it true? You should we try to start to give a few refreshing exercises or even examples? Euro, I am not sure. Are you following up?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why your mic keep becoming off like that? Euro, I can't
Yeah.
hear you. Yeah, where are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So, okay. You don't seem to like your Python totally. I can guess.
Huh?
Do you like your Python subject?
It's okay.
It's heavy. It's so heavy on your heart. But at the end you have to pass it, right?
Yeah.
So we need to put some effort together. Okay, that's hopefully it's a good start. Let me share my screen. So, Yuru, do you ever remember uh, what is called presence check validation? Do you ever remember something like that that you took? It's actually part of your syllabus, but I just want to know or make sure that you still recall something like that. Presence check validation.
It's like when you're entering data into the system, so
Um, so
like to make sure it's not empty.
yes, excellent, excellent. So you took that. You can still recall
Yeah, a little bit.
a little bit. Okay. So may I know what is he using here?
So he's saying the length of guess, like which is whatever the user inputs.
Okay. So
If it's
get
0.
Okay, so guess is actually, may I know, guess can be text or integer?
Yeah.
Oh, which one of those? Guess.
It's a it's a word, not letter, or else it'll need like int or something.
So it can be a string.
Yeah, it's a string.
It cannot be int, integer.
Yeah,
Cannot be integer.
yeah, I can't read integer.
Okay, that's good. So, okay. So if you have a program then like that, are you able to check or tell me how can we actually so the program say the program asks the user for their name and check if you entered something. If the input is empty, print you must enter a name. Otherwise, print hello name. So this is an expected output. Enter your name. So if you just press nothing, so it will output you must enter a name. Are you able to write such a code?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to share your screen with me? Do you need me to send that? Um, you are able to write the code without you sharing the screen, or you want to share your screen?
Can you share this
Yes,
exercise? I'm not
yes, I can share it. Yes.
okay.
Okay. So you are able to share your screen?
Yeah, give me a
Okay.
minute.
Okay. So you are trying to check if the user enters something. Am I right?
Wait, yeah, wait, give me a minute.
Okay, run again without entering anything. Just press. So press enter. Okay, that's excellent. Excellent. So you managed to do it even without um, using the same way. So that means that you already understand the concept. So okay, let me share with you the second example so that you also can. Okay, that is Google Slides. Okay. So did you ever also see this kind of type check validation, which means that so somebody enter a number, we save that number here in a guess, and then we try to make sure that this guess is actually an integer. So we put that in try and accept. Did you ever see try and accept before?
Yeah,
Okay, so the point here that when we try to convert whatever inside guess into an integer, if the user did not give here maybe a number, an integer, and he just put maybe 3, he just write it in text 3. So 3 cannot be converted into an integer. So we put try here because if we try to convert this text into an integer and we try to save it here, that will immediately create an error. So, or an exception. And so it means that we will print that line. So you must enter an integer. If this process was successfully performed, which means that we managed to convert whatever um, integer value that was entered by the user, so we are able to convert it to a real integer, and then we are able to even print it out. Do you understand why we need to use int method here?
yeah, because
Okay, because what?
it's a number.
Um, okay, so do you understand that everything that, I mean, this command input, everything it takes from the keyboard, it's actually, it save it as a text, or we can say as a string. So it means that whatever input the user put here, even though he put a number, it will still be saved inside guess as a text. So even the user put 15, it will be saved inside the memory as 15 with double quotation. And if you try to do any mathematical operation or arithmetic operation on gas, it will not be treated as an arithmetic or as an integer. It will be treated as a text. So that's why we need to convert that. Is that clear to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you able to write this or to answer this same exercise, please?
Can you send it to me?
Yes, definitely. I will send it to you. So I can off my sharing, right? Is it you cannot remember it?
I'm thinking,
Okay.
uh, I remember there was something you could use. Oh yeah, value error. I was thinking it was either value or it was error. I forgot it was together. Okay, should work now. Okay.
Okay. Let me try to share. Mhm. Okay, I'm sharing.
Are you sharing something?
Yes, I'm sharing. Yes, I'm sharing another check, another validation check, which is called range check validation. So we are building on top of the previous thing that we learned, and we are taking input from the user. We expect an input for, I mean, an input number um, between 1 and 100. And then we're going to do this check. So we try to convert guess to an integer, and then we try to check it is between 1 and 100. If it is not, then we must say the number must be between 1 and 100. So this is how you do a range check. So it means that the user input a number, and then you make sure that this number actually fall within this range. So it is bigger or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 100. So, so that is an example. And then if we would like to actually do the same exercise, which means the exercise on that, which means we write a program that asks the user to enter an exam score, and the exam score is between 0 and 100. If the input is not a number, print an invalid input. If the number is not between 0 and 100, print score must be between 0 and 100. And otherwise, print your score like this is your score is, and then you print out the number score. And this is an example output. So I would say, let me just share it with you. So I will stop the sharing and you try to. You wrote a try without
Oh,
um,
oh,
except.
oh yeah. I forgot. Oh, okay. Please.
Spelling mistake, maybe?
Maybe I typed it wrong. Wait, give me a minute. Um, oh, yeah.
The error is on line 162. And what is he saying? That this is not allowed to work with string. So this is not allowed to work with a string. Where is the string here? in this line?
This.
This is a string. Okay. And then how we can make it an integer?
Like
Okay. May I understand what is this line doing?
making it integer.
Okay. So you make this as an integer and you save it here under this name. Did you
Yeah.
use this name inside your if statement, or you use the string one?
Oh, just leave it score.
Okay, that's good. So are you able to put -1?
Oh,
Oh, so you accept -1.
no, not supposed to.
What about 101?
Oh, wait.
So actually, what you did just now, the last change that you did is actually correct. The only problem is that when you corrected the if statement here, you still print out. So if this is satisfied, if this is true, I should print my score. I should not tell him that score must be between 0 and 100. So if you already adjusted this and this is correct and true, I must print that here, and this should come down here. So I must tell him if my range is between 0 and 100, if my score is between 0 and 100, so I must print the score. If it is not, if it is false, then I should tell him that you should put. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Okay, that's excellent. Your code is excellent. Yeah, that's good. So I see an improvement, Euro. Is it your mind is fresh after the exams, or could it be that the previous classes we took it late at night that you was not really focused, or how? I see your I mean today is great. Any reason for that?
No.
Okay. So this is yeah. Yeah, that's okay. That's good.
I
Okay.
think that these questions are easier.
Oh, really? Okay.
Feel like there's harder ones.
That is more difficult.
Yeah.
Okay. So have a look at this. So we are gradually moving to difficult ones. So, okay. Um, are you able to guess what this code is actually doing?
Asking the user to enter a number between 1 and 100.
Okay, which is we know already. But why he putting that in a while loop?
Mm,
So this is the same code that you saw before. The only difference it is the while loop and the condition we put in the while loop and this part. Am I right? And then the remaining is the same.
yeah.
So why we put a loop? And when we end up, we will end the loop.
Um, so it's basically asking the user to keep entering, keep
Mhm.
entering value
Uh,
until
Until,
the input is correct.
okay. So I'm forcing the user into a loop. So as long as he's entering something wrong, then he will never go outside the loop. Am I right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And then I would ask you then to do this exercise. So we need to modify the previous exam score validation program to keep asking the user for an input until he enter a valid number. So if he just put ABC, we tell him invalid input, and then we ask him to enter a score again. If he enter 110, we tell him, oh, just be aware that you must enter a score between 0 and 100. And then if he enter 85, we will just exit the loop and tell him your score is 85. So I will send you that. Are you able to key in that code?
Okay.
Okay.
So what's the valid number? Can it be anything? What?
Sorry again, what do you mean? Sorry, can you repeat your question again? A
It
valid
says, it says modify the previous exam score validation program to keep asking user until they enter a valid number. Is there a
the
specific
the
valid number or
yes, the valid number is between 0 and 100.
oh, oh okay.
Can I know, you are using break for what purpose?
To like exit the loop.
But there is no loop. Where is your loop? Did you put a loop?
Oh, oops.
Wait, Euro. You are excellent, Euro, but you move very fast. I understand smart people also behave like that. So can you see that where is the error? Mhm. Where is it? Invalid input.
Oh, here.
Mhm. Excellent. Okay. Okay, so you did it correct, but I would like to understand from you. You created true and break, which is okay, acceptable. Okay. I mean, at least in the exam, this is not a recommended practice, but it's okay. Now, if I ask you, are you able to put a condition here other than true? And then use a flag to change the condition to become false instead of using true and break. Are you able to do that?
What do you mean?
Okay. I mean, typically with while, I typically use a condition. And as long as this condition is true, I will keep myself inside the loop. When I want to exit the loop, I change the condition into false. So the loop will not run again. I will be able to exit the loop. So at the moment, when you say while true, it means that the condition is always true. It will never become false. That's why you use break.
Yeah.
Because you cannot off a condition here. It's always true. So I want you to put a condition here instead of the word true. Are you able to do that? Or do you understand the concept that you are able to put a condition with a while loop? Is it easy or difficult?
A condition as in use false instead of true.
Mm, while
What condition?
condition. So the condition is okay. You can say so possible conditions. Okay, let me. Um, can you allow me then? I think to share because I believe I need to share with you actually how we. Let me put here while So, okay, I am sharing with you.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an example of a condition with a while loop. So while loop, it's not always used with while true. We are able to use a condition. What is the condition? So I am taking input from the user. I convert the input, which is a mark, student mark. I convert the input into an integer. I save it into mark variable. And then I say a while loop here, while mark not equal -1. So I do not want to execute the loop if mark is equal -1. So if it is -1, I will not run these two lines. But if it is otherwise, then I will enter this loop. So what is meant by here? When you enter a student mark, is there any acceptable student mark that is -1? No. Student mark typically between 0 to 10, 0 to 100. That is one of the possible acceptable ranges for student scores. So when you enter -1, it means that you do not want to run the while loop. So that's why the condition here, this is a condition. This is what we call condition. The condition say mark not equal -1. So it is based on your input. We will decide to run the while loop or not. Again, is that clear or confusing?
It's clear because like you don't use true, you just use whatever you don't
condition.
want.
Yes,
Yeah,
I use a
condition.
condition. Yes. So this condition, I'm able to change it from true to become false. So here, let's assume the first time I run, I input the mark as 80, like you always do. So this loop will run. So it will add the mark to total. At the moment, mark is 80. I already put it 80, and I add it to 0. And the total adding those two is 80, and it's saved inside total. So inside now, total become 80. And then I ask the user again, enter a mark. And then I save the mark into the mark variable. So assume that the user put 100 inside mark. So we come to check again. Is it 100 not equal -1? This is true or false?
It's true.
True. Okay, that's good. So if it is true, I will run the loop again. But now with the mark equal 100, like I already put here. So I add 100 to 80 that is stored in total. So I put here 80. So the total is how much?
180.
180. And then I ask the user again for a mark. Then I enter -1. So inside mark, I enter -1. And then I check again. Is it -1 not equal -1? True or false?
True.
No.
Oh, it's not equals to -1.
So it's false. So if it is false, this means that the condition is not true anymore. I will not run the while loop again. I will just print total. So once I check the condition here become false, I will not run this again. I will just resort going down to this line of printing. I will print what is the currently value stored in total, which is 180. Okay, so I will just print 180. 180 is what? Is actually the sum of two student scores, 100 plus 80. So the user entered only two scores. Now, did you understand this code? Do you understand now what is meant by a condition? It is true, and when you're able to change it to false. It's in your hand that you are able to make a condition, that you make it true, and at any time you want to change it, you are able to change it to false. So you are able to control the while loop with the condition. That is what I meant. So when you put it while true, you are actually not putting a condition. You're just making it always run. But that will not, it will work in certain type of exercises, but not in all. That's why I want to make sure that you understand that you are able to put a condition here and you control when it is off, when it is false. So are you able now to make a condition in the while loops that you already created and then you off it when you want? Can you do that or is it difficult?
Switch it. What do you mean switch it off?
Okay. So switch it off means that you make it false.
Oh, okay. What? Sorry, my sister was asking me something.
No problem. It's okay.
Do I do like this?
Yes, but I'm amazed how you managed to find that. Your sister is not helping you, huh?
No, she's working on something else.
Okay. Okay. So now,
Okay,
do
let
you
me check
still,
first. Let me check. I don't know if I'm done yet. Okay. I think it should work. I
mm,
think.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, it also works.
Okay, it works, but you're still using break. So
Oh,
anyway, can we use this valid score and now you put it false? Are we able to turn it true instead of putting break?
yeah, just right.
Mhm. Test one more time and then you are done.
Okay.
Okay. That's good. Okay, let me share, please. Let me see. So, okay, okay. I think this is a very easy exercise, right? I mean, example of code.
Yeah.
You understand what we mean by def?
Yeah. I
Okay. Yeah. So it means that we are defining. Can we consider this as a procedure or a function?
It's just something so you can call it later to
Yes,
you.
agree. And procedure and function both fall into the same category. Except that if we want to say that there is something that print, so if we created a function or a procedure or a procedure that prints something but does not return to us anything, so we call it a procedure. If we want to create something that return a result to us, we call it a function. This is the only difference. And I believe it's that easy if I ask you to add two numbers that I pass you an input like that, and then you print the total. Is that considered a procedure or a function?
Procedure.
Yes, excellent. So if I do not print like that and I just put return total, so should we call that as a function or a procedure?
What's the difference again?
The difference is when you see a return statement, it is a function.
Oh, okay.
When you see a print, but no, I mean, the most important is that you see a return or no. If there is a return, it is a function. If no return, it's a procedure.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, that is actually good. So may I ask you, please, can you create a subroutine that is named multiply numbers? It accepts two numbers and it multiplies them and prints them back to me. So
Okay.
this is the expected output. I will
Yeah.
send you also this. Oops. Give me a second. I will. When you connect the vacuum cleaner to the electricity, but you never press the start button, it will never run.
I need to enter value.
You need to call multiply numbers, and you need to pass them a value. Okay, that's good. Excellent. Can we resume?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you can see this function. So we create this method that can accept string, and we actually loop through every character in the string, and then we count them. It means that we pass a phrase or a string to this method, and then we get at the end, we get the number of characters saved here in this variable, which is what is returned by length. So inside the loop, we will loop through every character in the string. And then every time we see a character, we will add one to the variable length. So this will end up that we count 1, 2, 3, 4 until we reach E. Once we reach E, then the loop will stop, and then we return length to wherever who is calling this length of string. And then we print the length out. Do you understand this code, or is it difficult?
Let me read it.
Maybe difficult.
Let me read it. I haven't.
Okay.
Why do you use off? Why don't you use lens str? Why don't you use len off?
Yes, you are able to use len, but at the end,
Why do you need to use off?
ah, wait. So you're talking about why they call this method this way. Yes, you are able to call len and you pass it a string. Yes, you are able to do that. So this is an alternative way if you are not using len. So this is for the sake of understanding. It's not about that we can use len and we don't use it. So the point here is to give you and to make you aware that this is a method or a way that you're able to create to actually count. Okay, so this is an algorithm that is actually possibly used inside the len. Len is a ready-made function for you. So we are creating our own method that is called len of string. Okay, is that clear? But I mean, do you understand what this is doing?
Yeah. For character in string, add one. Return. Character. But what character? There's no character. They define character.
So, okay, character, actually, we do need to define it because it's inside the for loop. So for every, I can put this even as a C. Okay, so it doesn't matter whatever variable we use here, we don't need to define it because it's inside the loop. So C refers to every character inside the string, inside this string. So so every time the loop runs, he will take one character from here and give it to C. So C at the start of, and better not use C. Let me use CH. Okay, because here is C, so it will confuse you. So let me put th here. The first time this loop runs, it will contain C capital, like that. The second time, and then, of course, I'm not using ch inside this loop. I'm not using it. I'm just using length. I'm adding to the length. The second time, it will run. So ch, this will contain the second character here, which is O. Okay. So, and then the third time, this when th contain C capital, the length variable will actually become 1. When it is this ch contain O, the length will become 2. When ch actually uh, become containing M, the length will become 3, and so on, until we reach that the ch equal E. So, which is this E. Okay, and then we return the length that we counted. So it's true. Actually, there is another possibility. Inside here, you are able to put a print statement here, print ch. And if you put a print ch, you will be able to see the C, O, M, and so on. Every character here will be printed even out. So if you don't mind, are you able to write that example and show it to me with a print statement after under the lens so that you can use the ch and see how it runs? Is that possible?
You want me to use CH
I
or
mean,
what?
I mean, okay, I just gave an example with the ch, but you can use character. You can use whatever easy for you. I mean, what I meant that we are able to use any variable name here. Either we use a character or we can remove this character. We put only ch also can.
To do
So,
what?
so again,
Use character to do what? What do you want me to do?
so I mean, what I went that I wanted you to write this code and run it.
So you don't want me to use return, you want me to use print?
No, you still need to use return. I just only ask you to add that print under the lens. You are able to use print and return at the same time. But print, it means that it will print to you every character that this loop goes through.
Okay. Okay. Okay, send it to me.
Yes, I can send it to you.
Mr. Ahmed, you're muted.
Oh, I apologize. Sorry. It seems that I muted it without noting. So let me, okay, let me explain again. So this print statement is responsible for printing every single character in the string. So if you change the string, which is here, definitely whatever comes out will also will reflect the change. So if you add here 12 to the computer science, it will appear also at the end. So what is responsible for that is the CH. Printing CH will print every single character like that.
But why
CH,
do you need to use length equal? Why do you need to do length equals 0 and length plus equals 1? And why do you need it? Why do you need those lines?
why I need to do that?
Yeah.
So this is okay. So first of all, I understand very well that there is a way to use length. Did you use len before with the string?
Yeah.
So okay, can you do this print len with the phrase, and you put phrase here? Okay, good. Can you run? So it gives you 16, the same result. Am I right? But the point here is that I am teaching you an algorithm. The algorithm is that you are able to the algorithm here is how to count something. So you have many how to say many exercises that talk about totaling and counting. So this is I'm showing you this length, and the length plus one is a method to count something. So you can use it with a string, you can use it with counting how many elements in the array, or how many elements match a certain condition in an array. I understand that this might be something confusing at the start, but the concept, either we are counting a character of a string, or even counting certain other things in the string, also same. So inside this for loop, I'm able to put a condition. So can you please count for me every, let me see here, every E in this phrase? So if you come here before this length, can you add an if statement? So you say if CH equal E, then increment by this by one. So you put this if statement here before length plus one. Okay, and you put the colon, please. Did you put the colon after the if? Yes. Okay. Did you do the indentation after the if? So this and this should be indented after the if. Yes. Okay, that's good. Can we run now? See if there is an error. Okay, so it means that I managed to modify this algorithm. So it is true that if you use len, this one, you are actually able to find the length of your whole phrase. But this algorithm, if you understand it, you are able to modify to satisfy your condition. If somebody tell you an exercise, I want to count the number of E's, okay? I want to, it could be an array that is being passed to you. You will use the same concept. So if I ask you to count the number of C's in this phrase, you're able to modify this. Instead of E, just put C or even O. And then you are able to get how many E's inside the phrase. So you got 3. Did you understand the concept? This is a custom method that I'm teaching you on how to actually count something, how to count something inside the string, how to count something inside the phrase. So did you understand what I'm saying? Or is it difficult? Is it still difficult?
I don't understand.
The way you say it, you makes me feel that you are still confused.
Uh,
A bit
I'm a
confused?
bit
Or
confused.
okay, but I need to understand if you are confused. Uh, I mean, to improve that on the next classes, I need to understand what is making you confused. What exactly making you confused?
Uh, why can I not just can I not run the code without the length equals 0?
You can try. Can you comment that line and see? Okay. So we printed the E, but at the end, you try to return length, and the length is not defined. So you can comment it. Yes. Okay. But then, if you commented it, you see what is printed here? None. Why is it printed none? Because we try to print the length of string, and this contain nothing because you didn't return anything from here.
Oh,
Did you now understand
yeah,
how is it all linked together?
yeah.
So if you did not define length and you did not increment it by one, you will return nothing at the end. Okay, now what again is your confusion? What else is your confusion? I mean, I will not stress that I will keep explaining now. I just need to know so that I can again address that in the next classes. What is making you confused here? Is it the code? The code is complex?
No. Why do you?
Mhm.
Mm, nah, it's just a name. Okay, it's
Yeah, it's
nothing.
just a name. You can name it anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, just you can name it anything. Yeah, it's just a name. It's true.
You- Well, why would it equals to E? Like, I mean, like, it can be anything, right?
Yes, you can be put it C. You can put it O. You can put it I. You can put it T.
But what's it used for? What's it for?
Okay. So why we put this if statement, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to give you an example that if I modify this basic algorithm, so typically in the coding, we write something simple and we learn it, and then we are able to reuse it for many other purposes. In this condition, this if statement was not part of the example, but I just wanted to explain to you that I'm able to see, if I understand the concept here, I'm able to simply put an if statement to actually count the number of E's. So I changed the purpose of the method, and instead of just counting the length of every character inside here, or the count of every character in the phrase, I changed the method to do something different for me, which is to count the number of E's inside this phrase. So can I remove that?
There's like a lion dance at my place right now. So
Sorry.
I think we have to continue this like next class because it's really loud here.
So I need to be a bit louder.
No, it's gonna be even louder later. I don't think I'll be able to hear you.
Why is like that? Are you going to take the class inside the cafe?
I'm actually at home, but there's a lion dance next door. So like it's really loud. I don't think I'll be able to hear you.
So what
I
do
think
you?
we can have class next week. Like continue next week.
Yes, yes. Okay. So you want me to continue next week?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. So we stop now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.